my name is Lindy Sherries and I used to be a Sangoma. In this channel, I talk about everything, guys. Abokorobela, the secrets that we were taught not to share with you guys, how we used to trick you guys, the spirits, how everything works when you go to a Sangoma for consultation, yamatambo. So whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, please check out this channel so we can talk about it. If you believe in God, let's share the gospel. If you don't believe in God, you can check out the channel too. I want to hear your opinion and I want people to actually share their opinion, not insulting me without saying why. Thank you, and I'll see you on my channel.
Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me in Solomon's Temple. My name is Solomon Izani Shams. It's so good to be with you. I appreciate each and every one of you who is joining me right now. Thank you, Boyd. Thank you, Nicolos, Baby Loto from Deutschland, that's Germany, Bremen. Good to have you here. Contravix, good evening to you also. Thank you guys, really appreciate each and every one of you. If you're here for the very first time, thank you, appreciate you. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel that is Solomon's Temple. So whether you are Nigerian or not Nigerian, one way or the other, you've met Nigerians, you've listened to Nigerian music, you follow a Nigerian preacher, pastor, prophet, or you watch Nigerian movies, right? And it is important that whatever happens in any country in Africa, that we pray, we stand with the nation, because we want the best for Africa. So we want the best for Kenya, for Cameroon, for Tanzania, for Ghana, for Sierra Leone, for CAR, for DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, Angola, or up in Somalia, where there's been fighting for many years. And recently, Nigeria had its presidential election. Now, between three major candidates, there is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Godfather, they call him, Jagaban, the big boss. He's someone who has been a politician for a long time, and he's like a godfather. He enthrones people, but then very, very corrupt. Then there is Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, and also wanting to be president for about the fourth or fifth time. Also very corrupt. Then there's Peter Obi, who has been tested, who brought in a new lease of life around the nation. And a lot of people embraced him because of his modesty, integrity, and humility. The church endorsed him. And a lot of people really wanted him to win, because that would have been that's Nigerians taking over the nation, their own nation for themselves. But according to INEC, the regulators, the electoral regulators, it never happened. They declared Bola Tinubu as president, 70-year-old, struggling to work, very corrupt. And to be honest with you, if I was in Nigeria, I would vote for Peter Obi. But on the other side, I told my friends, Peter Obi is not going to win. Why? Don't you believe in God? No, that's not the point. Don't you want him to win so we can have a better leader? I want him to win. But you see, Nigeria is so distorted, corrupt, and messed up politically that we have a band and a gang of politicians that control the whole spectrum of politics. They use money, intimidation, and everything. So according to INEC, the Electoral Commission, he lost. But I want to introduce you to my pastor. Believe it or not, that's my pastor back home in Nigeria. And I came across this video recently, and I want to share with you just her take on just the whole presidential election and the Electoral Commission, the president and the president-elect, who is Ahmed Bola Tinubu. So this is Pastor Sarah Omakwu. She's the lead pastor of Family Worship Center in Abuja, Nigeria. The question is, how can pastors, how can church leaders stand for political justice? Because believe it or not, across the nation, the continent of Africa, there is a lot of political injustices, not just social injustices. There's a lot of political injustices where elections are manipulated to suit certain people. Here's the video.
I want to state clearly that we, the people, want to state clearly that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not our president-elect. He is the president-elect of Professor Mahmoud Yakub, of INEC, and of APC. I'd like to thank you all for coming out en masse to vote on the 25th of February, especially for those of you who voted for the very first time. Congratulations and well done. I'd like to congratulate the youth of Nigeria for coming out to take back your country. And yes, you took back your country. Clap for yourselves. I would like to encourage you not to give up. It's okay to have been a little disappointed with the way things turned out, but it's not over yet. God is still at work, and we will have the final laugh. Yes, we the people will have the final laugh. Job chapter 20 verse 4 and 5 says, "Do you not know this of old, since man was placed on earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment? The triumphing of the wicked is short." I hear that some of you have decided to destroy your PVCs and never vote again. No, don't do that. That is not right. It's not a good decision. I want you to know that your PVCs last Saturday retired some old politicians and shocked them to the root. To not vote again is to leave some of them that have no business being there to continue. Therefore, you will keep your PVC and go out next Saturday and retire some governors and some members of the State House of Assembly who have been there for a long time with nothing to show for it. Yes, go out there and continue the revolution that you started 2 Saturdays ago. Go en masse. Go. Do not commit suicide. I hear that a little boy of about 14 years committed suicide in Jos. That is really unfortunate, and I pray that God will comfort his family. Committed suicide because he said INEC had killed his hope. Please do not exchange your lives for the lives of these old people that have nothing to offer. You have a lot to offer, so stay alive. Don't commit suicide, because God will deliver Nigeria. In fact, God has delivered Nigeria. You will not only vote on Saturday, but you will also ensure that your votes are counted and the result posted on the wall, and you take a picture of it. That is so important, that you take a picture of your polling unit. Ensure that the result is uploaded on the beavers. Those of you who are party agents, make sure you snap the result of the EC8A result sheets. That is going to be the salvation of this election. It is the fact that every agent took a picture and sent it quickly to your people before some monsters invade some places. I speak in parables. Also take videos of any abnormality. We, the people, want to state clearly that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not our president-elect. He is the president-elect of Professor Mahmoud Yakub, of INEC, and of APC. The president-elect of Nigeria will emerge through a free, fair, and transparent process, as stipulated by the guidelines and rules of INEC, from voting to posting, uploading on the beavers, to the servers, to collation, to pronouncement. And hopefully, the president-elect will be pronounced in the daytime, not at night, while we, the people, are asleep. The process is for all the people, not for some of the people. We, the people, are disappointed and embarrassed at the conduct of this election by INEC and by Professor Mahmoud. We are also disappointed at Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari for accepting such a result and even going ahead to send your congratulations, despite all the assurances by you to conduct a free and fair and transparent election. I dare to say it fell below minimum standard required. Mr. President, we were sure you would keep to your words, as we had been made to believe that you are a person of integrity. Alas, sir, you have made us a laughingstock of the other African countries and have made our reputation of being a corrupt people worse. Therefore, we the people reject the result of Professor Mahmoud elections. I state again that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not our president-elect. Our president-elect is expected to come through a credible process. And no matter who comes out of that process, if the process is followed, we will accept it, because the process justifies the end. To that end, I would like to call on all the justices of the Supreme Court or any other judge that will be looking at this case to be free and fair, and to look at the justice of the case, not its technicalities. You must fear God, and you must honor the wishes of the people of Nigeria.
So that's Pastor Sarah Omakwu, lead pastor, Family Worship Center, Abuja, Nigeria. Really giving it out and saying it boldly, just the way that it should be. And for me, this whole thing is about political justice. Africa is sadly, a good example of political injustices, where people are intimidated when it's voting time. People are bribed. There's corruption, votes for sale. There's manipulation of results to get certain people into government. So we need to have the church. What is the role of the church? What is the role of church leaders in all of this? When you see political injustices face to face, should we just be quiet? Should we protest? Should we use our pulpit to talk about these injustices? Yes, we should. And I hope that more and more church leaders will come out and speak against these injustices. I hope that more and more Christians in church would get up and get involved. The country belongs to you too. So whether you're Nigerian or Kenyan or Zimbabwean or Namibian or, Mozambican, it's time for us to really get involved. We cannot just sit on the sideline and watch a few people, greedy people, evil people, wicked people take charge and do whatever they want to do with the country and the future of our children. That must stop. So I totally endorse what Pastor Sarah Omakwu said. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not Nigeria's, is not our president-elect. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. God bless Nigeria.